I can't see in this mask. It's hard to see, plus I wear glasses. So anyway, so this would be part one of this build. Just been watching The Mandalorian and Boba Fett recently. This past Wednesday we saw the Marshal, which was my favorite character, is my favorite character in The Mandalorian and Boba Fett. The Marshal got shot down, and last I saw that he's laying in the dirt in the street, much like an old Western. So I was really inspired by that to make this, or start to make this. Just from the first episode that he was in, it just, as soon as he walked into the saloon, it reminded me of the old Westerns that we used to watch, and I really liked it. Really liked how that episode went, and just had the feel of an old Western. I know it's always been said that Star Wars is like a space Western, but it never really felt that way for me until I saw that kind of situation. They really pushed the Western part of it. And another thing I really enjoy, and I just realized, like, my kids are getting a taste of how television used to be for my wife and I when we were young. When you would watch a TV show, you would watch it one week, and it would end, and you wouldn't know what's going to happen, and you had to wait for another week to see what happens. Whereas nowadays, people just binge watch. They'll put out a whole season of videos or shows, and you can just watch one right after another. But in this case, we have to wait till the next week to see what happens, which is pretty cool. So I will be finishing this up next week, hopefully. But just to sum it up, what I started with, this is some kind of old pipe. It's steel. That's how I was able to weld it. This is an exhaust pipe from a car that I ovaled out. This main piece here, I used that in another gun that I made, but another part of it. This is from an old cash register. It really gives a good look to it. I should point out that I never make replicas. As far as guitars or any kind of builds, I don't make replicas. It doesn't interest me at all to try to make it exact. I know some people are so, focused on that, but I don't. It doesn't interest me, and I don't want to say that something's a replica and then have someone say, well, this should be at half an inch back further, and that doesn't interest me. I don't know. If it interests you, that's great. I just don't care about that kind of detail. I just like to get the inspiration and the feel of the original. And also, obviously, I'm not printing this or making it out of foam. I'm using found objects, so I could never get it exact. But anyway, that's the main piece there that I like. This is probably a bracket from a car seat, I can't remember. And this was from an old drawer. There's little pieces here, and I've gone through and I'm looking for some more pieces to finish it, but I kind of ran out of time to make this. I just make it in between jobs at my work, or after work I'll do a little bit on it. But I think it's going in the right direction for what I want. So I'll just carve this a little bit better, put some screws in there. But other than that, I like it a lot, and I'll probably display it for myself, or possibly sell or trade it with someone. I don't know. It's kind of got a realistic gun look to it, so I don't know if I should trade it to anyone or sell it, because even like I brought this from my work to home, and I just put it inside a box because I don't want to. I never get pulled over, but if I got pulled over by the police or something and had this sitting on my front seat, they might think it's a real gun. So I might have to do something to make it less realistic looking. Anyway, so stay tuned for the next build video, which will finish this. Give me your opinions on if you think I should. I think I should leave it original like this. But this doesn't look right. But this all this texture and oldness looks good. I might wax this up with some black shoe polish or linseed oil, I'm not sure. So anyway, feel free to give your opinions on how I should finish this up. Alright, thanks, and please subscribe and watch for the next video.